Hello traders, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, bonjour, bonsoir mes amis, guten Morgen, guten Tag, guten Abend. For those of you who are new to us, we are the TSTWSYS008 traders. The title of this video is how to trade Andrew's Pitchfork tool tips. Let's get started. I'm going to start drawing lines on my chart, and I want traders to pay attention carefully, especially those who are swing traders. We can use the Andrew's Pitchfork tool for day trading, for swing trading, and also for investment decisions. All right? So how do we use it? Okay? So we want a prior move, so price going up in an uptrend, okay? And then the price pulls back. Okay, the financial instrument, there is a profit taking, so prior impulsive move, and then a correction, or price goes up and price pull back a little bit. All right. So to draw the Pitchfork tool, we need a 3-point. Now, for traders that are following us, I recommend that you watch the full length for this video, because I want to share a few things with you in this video, and we're going to analyze, okay, Pfizer, okay, Epic PFE, all right, listed on the Dow 30, okay, Pfizer Incorporation, American stock. We're going to analyze it using the Pitchfork tool. So I recommend that trader watch the full length for this video to understand what we're going to do here. We're going to combine the technical trading and the fundamental trading. I will be going to Google Finance, and we will be performing a Google Assist test for Pfizer. We will be checking economy news for Pfizer. At the same time, we will be using the Pitchfork tool. Okay, so we want to know how we can use the Pitchfork tool, okay, from the top to the down level, okay? So we need 3-point. Price goes up, price pull back. So we will pull out our Pitchfork tool. I'm using here TC2000 chart, and the long, you see the long lines, trend line here, we put it at the first point where the move has started. So the move has started here, all the way up here before the pullback. And then we will take the other side to this end. So the middle line to the beginning of the move. Okay, the right-hand side line or the left-hand side line to the end of the first move. And then the right-hand side line to the end of the pullback. All right, that's how we use the Pitchfork tool. So price goes up, price pull back. We use the Pitchfork tool, put the long line here, the left-hand side line at the top of the move, and the right-hand side line right here. That's how we draw the Pitchfork tool, all right? On the other hand, if the price goes down, okay, let's remove this line. So this is just an elementary demonstration about putting the Pitchfork tool on the chart, but there are more to this, which I'm going to share with you in this video. So price goes down, so impulsive move to the downside, price goes down strongly, and then there is a bit of rally, okay? Then we pull our Pitchfork tool, the middle line at the beginning of the move, as you see here. All right. Okay, let me adjust my thing. Okay. And again, we adjust it like this, okay? Just like that. Beginning of the line to the end of the line again, okay, right here. And then the other one to this side. That's how we draw the Pitchfork tool. So price goes down, price rally up. You see now? It makes sense? And again here, as you can see, in the down move, we use the 3-point again, right here. See, okay? Starting of the move, end of the move, and the end of the, okay, pullback. 1, 2, 3. All right? It makes sense? It's also powerful. I'm going to remove by drawing so we can see clearly the price shelf of Pfizer. I'm going to use the Pitchfork tool for Pfizer, and we're going to analyze, okay, Pfizer using the Pitchfork tool, and also combining the technical analysis with the fundamental analysis, okay? Pay attention carefully. You are a swing trader. A lot of swing traders and the professionals are using Pitchfork tool when they are day trading and swing trading or making investment decisions to time the market. The Pitchfork tool allows traders to select also the best, okay, the low risk entry point, because you want to enter the trade on the edge. You want to come into the market, okay, when, okay, the price about to change direction, and the Pitchfork tool will allow us to pinpoint, okay, the hot spot trading zones. All right. So here we see that the Pitchfork tool, the price here went up all the way here. Yes or no? It went up, okay. And then you can see here again there was a pullback. Yes or no? All the way here. So we have a 3 point now for this Fizia stock, and we can draw our Pitchfork tool. It's not sufficient to know how to draw the Pitchfork tool, but one must understand what is taking place, all right? The Pitchfork tool is based on the third psychological price level, which is the median lines, okay, or the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, all right? So I'm pulling out now my Pitchfork tool, and again, as I showed you at the beginning, we put the first one here, okay, right there, right there. So we have our Pitchfork tool ready on this chart. You see now? So price went up, price pulled back. Now I have my Pitchfork tool. You can see that the price did not touch. This is the median line of the Pitchfork tool. We have another line here, up here. You can't see clearly on my chart because I'm on the yearly chart. But if I drop it down, for instance, to the monthly chart, hopefully you can see online. Now the top one you can't see, but you can see this one here. Okay, let's go to the quarterly chart and see whether we can see everything. Again, the top one we cannot see here. I'm going back again to my yearly chart, where I'm performing this demonstration to you, all right? It makes sense? It is also powerful. Pay attention, all right? Because I want you to understand this clearly so you can use it when you are using your day trading or swing trading. You can use it on the hourly chart, the 2-hour chart, the 4-hour chart, okay, on the 30-minute chart, 15-minute, okay? If you are about to enter the trade, you can use the Pitchfork tool, okay, to make excellent entries, okay? Now again, what has happened here, you can see that the price went down. You see now, it went down, yes or no? From this point to this point, it went down, yes or no? Now we see a rally, all right? All the way up here. At this point in time, that's what we can do, okay? But how do we know that the move has stopped? All right, that's a good question. Traders who understand the Elliott wave can know whether the move has stopped. This one that I draw, okay, I will explain it to you later on, how we can use the Elliott wave or the wave patterns together with the Pitchfork tool. It's a powerful tool, okay? Where we combine the Elliott wave patterns with the Pitchfork tool. If you want to know more about the wave pattern, go to www.24elliottwave.com or YouTube channel 24 Elliott Waves. So you see here, price went down again. Pay attention. I want you to understand this because you are my friend, okay? Yeah, went down from here to here. And again, this is the third, the end. So at this point in time, we assume that this is the end of the correction, the end of the pullback. But using the wave pattern, we can be able, okay, traders who understand the Elliott wave can dictate the end of a corrective wave patterns, okay? But I don't want to come to talk about Elliott wave today. This is about Pitchfork tool. All right, so now I'm pulling out my Pitchfork tool. You see, as I did it the first time, price went up, price pulled back. Now I'm doing it again in this session. Sometimes traders forget, so they draw one session and they forget the other bit, okay? Don't stop, okay? You can draw it as, okay? If there is opportunity to draw it, you can draw it, okay? So now price went down from here, okay, to this point. So end here, so I put this one here. And now here. I can leave this on my chart, so if the price start going down from here, which level can we watch? We can, if it's pulling back like this, we can, if it come here, this is a good point to look for opportunity, okay, to take profit. So you are selling, for suppose you will start selling here, you are using the TSTWSY, use your 8, you receive a sell signal, you stay in the trade, you manage the trade, price come near the zone, okay, with the Pitchfork tool, you will be able to detect that, okay, time to grab some profit before it is too late. All right, you will also pay attention to the horizontal support zone, which is somewhere here. All right, so when you're using a Pitchfork tool, do not forget the normal support, resistance, okay, and trend line also, okay, because sometimes traders are using one tool and they forget everything else and they end up making mistake, and then they will dump the tool and say, oh, this tool is not useless, and they go back again. You want to combine different tools. But if you are paying attention to the price itself, the number one indicator, okay, you'll be all right, okay? The key point is to follow the market patterns. Rising channel, declining channel, horizontal channel. So you see now how I draw it on my chart. Let's go back now to the first drawing, okay, using the Pitchfork tool, because we want to analyze, okay, Pfizer, as some colleagues call it. I like to call it Pfizer. My fellow trader call it Pfizer. Pfizer is the correct pronunciation, but I like to call it Pfizer, okay? So if you hear me talking about Pfizer, you know that it's Pfizer, okay? Now, if that makes you laugh, that's great. Moment, please. Let's continue, all right? So at the beginning of this video, we draw it like this, so I'm going to draw it again because I want to show you how we can combine the Pitchfork tool and how we can, okay, trade, okay, or invest, okay, using the Pitchfork tool. All right? So I have my 3-point ready, and now I'm going to pull out again my Pitchfork tool, and I'm going to draw it here. Pay attention carefully to what I'm doing here. It's very important for you if you want to, okay, trade like a professional using the Pitchfork tool. So here we are. I have my 3-point. I draw my Pitchfork tool. So you can see that the way the price, the position of the price right now, we are currently here, is not very useful for me, my Pitchfork tool, my big Pitchfork tool. What can I do with it? All right. At this point in time, leaving it as it is, I may only say that, okay, if you pull back on the edge of my Pitchfork tool here, I may look for opportunity to buy because the price is in a kind of a rising channel here. I don't want to violate the market pattern. It's going up a little bit here. I may say that. But I may say to myself, okay, the best place or the safest place, if it's pulling it back, to pull it back on the edge of my Pitchfork tool. That's okay to say that. But there are more to this. There is something else I want you to do. Whenever you are using the Pitchfork tool, because the Pitchfork tool is giving us 2 channels, you see. The first channel is this section here. Are you with me? This section here. Oops. I don't want to move the line. All right. So we have one channel like this, okay, between the 2 lines here. And we have another channel at the top here. All right. So what I want you to do, whenever you draw your Pitchfork tool, do not forget. If you don't want to draw it, that's okay, but be aware of the median line of, okay, the 2 channel, the 2 smallest channel. So roughly, I put it like this, all right? So don't forget that. So the price is now near the median line of the first channel of the Pitchfork tool. Yes or no? It's near. Looking, that's why I say to you, do not forget, okay, the horizontal channel. Pay attention to these 2 candles here. This candle here, you see here, this one here, the price did close here, yes or no? And the green one here, it opens here. When you see the opening and the closing price at the same place, these are key levels. You see here, there was also the low here. So this is a resistance level, this line that I draw, the horizontal line. Are you with me? All right. So when you are using a Pitchfork tool, remember to draw the median line, which is very important because a lot of traders forget that. You can divide any channel as many times as you like. Even you see the blue line and the brown line, nothing is stopping me to draw another median line for that channel also. Because professional making decision on the edge. And you want to know where they are making their decision. So now if somebody is very, very desperate to buy Pfizer, which I'm not, okay, I'm not desperate to buy Pfizer, all right, he or she must allow the stock to go above the red line, yes or no, which brings the price into this bullish zone here. If you want to know more about the trading zone, go to www.stochasticmoney.com. This is a bullish zone here, yes or no, all right? So you prefer to go above this red line and to retest the red line on the edge of this median line, the median line of the blue and the brown, this one here. That will be on the edge. That will be a better decision because there's a support here, which is the red line. But I'm not bullish. Doesn't mean that the price cannot go up. If it's crossing above this red line, well, if you are selling, you stay out. All right? Let's remove the second median line. So you see now, It makes sense? You can do this on the hourly chart, on the 30-minute chart, on the 50-minute chart, and let me know how you find it. The best approach, ladies and gentlemen, when one is using the Pitchfork tool, one should start using the Pitchfork tool from a higher time frame before switching to the lower time frame. So for instance, you can draw your Pitchfork tool on a daily chart, preferably, I'll prefer the 2 days chart, which you can do with TC2000, okay? If you are swing trading, the daily chart can be sometimes distorted. Use weekly chart, use 3 days chart, use a 2 days chart. But if you want to use the daily chart, that's okay. But be aware there are many distortions on the daily chart. We can use the daily chart, okay? All right? So the best scenario is to draw it from a higher time frame and then switch to a lower time frame. So we can draw it, for instance, on the daily chart and then go to the hourly chart. And we can see our Pitchfork tool that we have drawn on the weekly chart, on our daily chart, sometimes even on the 5-minute chart, on the 3-minute chart, you can see a Pitchfork tool that you have drawn on a higher time frame by changing time frame. So you start drawing the Pitchfork tool on a higher time frame because the higher time frame commands the lower time frame. It makes sense? So do not go and use the Pitchfork tool alone on the 5-minute, 3-minute, 50-minute. Yes, you can, but the best approach to use it from a higher time frame and switch to the lower time frame if you want to look for a trading setup. All right, a trading setup. So because the trading drill, we want to find a valid setup, a higher time frame. We can use the Pitchfork tool to find a valid setup. We can use MACD to find a valid setup. We can use stochastic pattern to find a valid setup. And then we go to the, we look for a setup, and then we wait for the signal, and then we look for the low risk entry point. My approach is to go and check now the fundamentals. Okay, if you're trading Forex, check Forex Factory, the economy news, okay, the decision made by the Federal Reserve, the correlation between currency pair, the market sentiment, the market environment, okay, all these counts, okay. You see now, so you can see now that drawing a Pitchfork tool alone was not, at this point in time, was on my yearly chart, was almost not useful for me until I start drawing the median lines and the resistance and the support on my chart, paying attention to the price. That's why I say to you, at this point in time, I'm not bullish towards Pfizer stock, a peak PFE, Papa Foxtrot Eco. Let's pause the video because I'm a bit thirsty now. I need to grab something to drink. So I will be back in 1 second. Pausing it. And let's continue. Thank you, traders. So now we have a setup here. This is a bearish setup. How do I know that it's a bearish setup? It's because you can see that the dominance force, the price went down. Okay, it went down. This was a profit taking in relation to the first move here. Now the price is going back up. We can use a Fibonacci retracement to detect I can draw on my chart. Apart from the normal support and resistance, we can draw our Fibonacci retracement. We can see that it's the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Can you see on my chart? And the price pulled back near the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, which is also, okay, the third psychological price level. So we will say to traders, priority to bearish signal below this level and priority to bullish signal above. But as I show you already, the best place to look for opportunity to buy this stock is above, okay, this blue line, which is the median line, the intersection point, this zone, as soon as it goes there. But though, even if it goes above the 50%, we are still below, okay, the median line of the first channel. So far, this is a bearish section, okay, as long as it's below this section here. But we need to be careful in this small triangle here, the blue line and the red line, this section here. You need to be careful. Remember that this is the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, which is also a key level on the yearly chart right here. All right, so this is, for me, a bearish setup. Doesn't mean that the stock cannot go up. All right, so we have a setup. Okay, so you are a swing trader, you see a bearish setup. What do you need to do? Okay, so as a TSCWSY S008 trader, if you are swing trading, position trading, all right, you will go to the signal time frame, or you will put this stock on your bearish watch list. So you put it on your bearish watch list and you are watching it. You are also paying attention to the market itself, which is represented by the S&P 500. You pay attention to the market leaders because this stock is listed on the Dow 30. You want to check the market watch at dayprotrader.com. What are the market leaders for this group of stocks? Trading in stock, check the sector and know which are the leaders. Okay, you are trading Forex. Okay, the Euro USD is the leading currency pair. You want to know that the dollar Swiss franc is negatively correlated to the Euro USD. These are, so if the Euro leader is a leading indicator, the opposite of the Euro USD is the dollar Swiss franc currency pair. So you want to understand this thing, and then you look forward and check the economy news. Okay, if you are trading Forex, but because we are looking at a stock, okay, now you are TSTW SY008 trader, you want to trade, you are ready, you wait for the signal. Well, before that, what do you need? Once you find a setup, ladies and gentlemen, we go to where? Google Finance. Here it is, Google Finance. I'll put the epic here already, PFE. Frisia, okay? Next, we check the news, the current news related to Frisia. I don't want to waste your time because I know what's happening with this stock. This company, Frisia, which is America's stock, a drug company, would like to take over a British company, okay, in London here, AstraZeneca. If my pronunciation is not correct, just laugh loudly. AstraZeneca here, okay, this is British stock, okay, and Pfizer was trying to take over this AstraZeneca British company, but their bid was rejected, and there is all sort of blah 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 going on. But Pfizer right now, okay? So the market does not like those kind of, when you go for it and then you pull back and anything, because when people hear first that a company is going to take over, all this kind of activity, trading activity will take place, and then when the deal fell, people are disappointed, some people lose money, and the market does not like that. Sometimes some stock can get into hard time after all this failure of bidding, okay? So this is the major news for this stock right now. There are other news that you can read. You will read about other companies that are in the same sector with Pfizer, and this is, you can read about it right here, okay? But the key news is about Pfizer trying to take over a British company called AstraZeneca here, AstraZeneca. So with Google Finance, you have the information here. The next thing that we need to do is to click on the financial right here. Okay, click on the financial. Then here, we see income statement, balance sheet, cash flow. Click on the balance sheet. We want to perform what? Google Asset Test. You can check a video on YouTube, Jotrio, how to trade Google Finance Asset Test, whatever I call it, okay? And we compare the total current assets to the total, okay, current liability, all right? So you can see here, if you need to pay attention carefully here, when I'm moving my cursor, can you read? Total current asset. Well, my cursor is moving, total current asset. We on the year, this is annual data. Here, hold on. This is the annual data. We want to click on the annual data. We don't want to check the quarterly data. We want to check the annual data, okay? Annual data. If you are performing Google Asset Test, do not use the quarterly data. Use the annual data. Here, total current asset. 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. So we can see that the total current asset was 61,000 something, okay, to 61,013 in millions of dollars, okay, it's in millions of dollars, okay, all right, so $61 billion, in fact, okay, in 2010. Here we see that the current asset went up. You want to see whether it's increasing. That's good news. So from 61,013, it went down. In 2011, we have 60,817 millions of dollars. Okay, so it went down a bit, and then it zoom up. It went up again at 64,831. All right, you want to see the trend. Is it going up? Is it going down? The average move, okay? And then in 2013, it dropped down big time. This is not good. You see, first time 61, and then it dropped down. and then he recovered 64. Now, if it goes up big time, you want to know why it went up big time. Why? Okay, you want to check what causes. Is it their core trading activity? Is it their core activity that provide, okay, the boost, or is it outside activity or exceptional activity that produce that surge, okay, that we are looking at, okay? So you want to verify. Whenever you see it goes up big time, you want to see why it suddenly went up. That's a good question, a good reaction, all right? Do you watch Dragon Den or Shark Tank? Okay, I recommend you to try and watch Dragon Den and Shark Tank. These are investment video on YouTube, freely, okay? Now, it went down big time. From 64,000, it went down to 56,000. So you want to see the trend of the total current asset, analyze it, ask question why, try to find a why, and be a little bit curious. Now, we finish with the total current asset. We want to compare now the total current asset to the total current liability. So we were here before, you see here, total current asset, right here, all right? If you are lazy investor, at least you want to perform the Google Finance Asset Test, all right? There are other fundamental analysis that you can do. There are videos on YouTube that I recommend to traders, okay? Here it is, total current liability, where I'm moving my cursor. Can you see on my chart? Total current liability, okay? So here, let's see the figures, 2010, 28,000. 28,636 compared to 61,000. You can see that the total current asset 2010 is almost 3 times the total current liability. Excellent. Very good. They have enough money to survive in a short term. They passed the Google Asset Test for 2010. Okay. 2011, 60,817 total current asset. Total current liability, 28,908. Again, almost 3 times. Okay. You see? So the total current asset is almost 3 times the total current liability. Very good. It passed again in the second Google Asset Test. Here it is, 64 in 2012, 64,831. Total current liability, 29,186. Again, almost 3 times the total current liability passed the Google Asset Test. Here, 2013, okay, 56,244. The total current liability, 23, okay, 1,366. Again, almost 3 times the total current liability. Three times almost the total current liability. So you can see that they have the total current asset is almost 3 times the total current liability. The liability are kind of debt, the debt that they have to pay at the end of the month, short-term debt that the company must pay. If they fail to pay their short-term debt, well, they are under pressure. They are under pressure, okay? So that's why we perform the Google Asset Test. These are short-term debts, okay? So current asset, they must have enough money to pay their short-term debt. That's why we compare the total current asset to the total current liability. So this Pfizer has passed the Google Asset Test each year. But there's something else, as I told you, we want to see the trend. As we did for the current asset, we can see that 1 year it went up, another year it goes down, another year it went up, another year it goes down. It's not good. Now here, look at how are they managing their debt? All right. Okay, you have a debt, you're going to pay it at one point, all right? So you want to, okay, manage your debt, okay, possibly reduce it, all right? Or have completely no debt at all. That's beautiful, isn't it? No debt at all, that would be beautiful, all right? A company needs to borrow money to invest in a business sometime. That's nothing wrong with that, but they must have reasonable debt, all right? So you can see that 28,636 in 2010. It went up a little bit here, 28,000. Okay, 909. A little bit up, not too bad, but still 28, not too bad. Here he went to 29,000, went up a bit. So from 28,000, we went to 29,186 in 2012. So, but still, the key point when we are performing Google Asset Test is the relationship between the current asset and the current liability. So, This is very important, but do not forget to check also the trend. Is it going up, okay, or is it going down, okay? We will prefer the total current asset to be going down. I can see this company, they are managing carefully their current, the total current liability is reasonable, and they are managing carefully. Here in 2013, it went down. The current liability went down. This is a very good news. So they are controlling their debt. Not only that, they have a sufficient current asset to match, okay, almost three times their current liability. This company, Pfizer, has passed, okay, Google Finance Asset tests. Let's go back to the technical analysis. So we check the economy news. We check minimum. If you are lazy fundamental trader, all right, at least perform the Google Finance Asset test, okay? You are trading forex, check the economy news, pay attention to the central banks, what's happening in America, what's happening in the Eurozone, the central bank in Japan, what's the policy? Their policy will determine what's likely to happen to the currency. Are they devaluing the currency? Recently, talking about the dollar, the Federal Reserve has stopped printing the dollar, has stopped their quantitative easing at this point in time, saying to the market that things are improving. So at that point in time, we see that the dollar start going up big time in anticipation that the Federal Reserve will increase the interest rate. So if you are wondering why the crazy currency pair is going up like a mad dog, that's the last lap. You remember the video that we call the dollar yen last lap? Check it on Joe Trio channel and you will know why the dollar is going on like a crazy, okay, donkey. All right. So we performed the Google Finance Asset test. It passed the test. So it passed the test means that it's bullish. I mean, to a certain degree, we don't want to sell it. That's what we meant by that. Okay. If you pass Google Finance Asset test, it's reasonable. It's all right. We can sell it and forget it. Okay. It's a solid company. It may pull back. So for trading purposes, okay, it may pull back. This is normal. Stock go down. Director do not like it, but stock goes down for different reasons, because of the cycle, other reasons. Okay, people will take profit. All right. So apart from the Google Finance Asset test that this stock has passed, we know that the market did not like the way they approach this AstraZeneca, and the bid has failed at the first time. There are other discussions going on, so there is a bit of a cloud hanging around Pfizer, which is not so negative, but it's a bit of uncertainty, which the market, okay, dislike. Okay, that's why, though this stock has passed the Google Finance Asset test, it's on the edge of the media line of my Pitchfork tool, also around near a key level, and also the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Now I'm combining the technical analysis and the fundamental analysis. Now I'm focusing on the economy news that is creating a bit of uncertainty for this stock, and the stock is also giving me a kind of a bearish setup. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is not an invitation to go and sell Pfizer. Okay, this is a technical analysis, a demonstration about how one can use the Andrew Pitchfork tool, okay, combining the technical analysis with Pitchfork tool and, okay, the fundamental analysis. All right? So you have a tool, you want to learn to use the tool. Very simple. You may have the best tool, but if you don't know how to use it, well, you will not profit from it. All right? It's one thing to have the tool, but it's another, okay, to enjoy it, okay? One can also understand the tool. So you can go, for instance, on the internet and learn about, warplane, okay? Read about it and about it and know in your head and about how to fly a plane, how to pilot a plane and blah, blah, blah. But it's another thing completely to go inside the plane and fly it, all right? The trading is similar, okay? You can go and read about Pitchfork tool, all right, on Google, know everything about it, watch video about it, but it's another thing to put into use. That's why we are showing you here, okay, the nitty-gritty about using the Pitchfork tool like the professional traders. So investors can use a Pitchfork tool. Traders also can use a Pitchfork tool. This is what we are trying to do here. It makes sense? It's also powerful. So as I demonstrate to you, we are now on the edge, all right, in a resistance zone. If we are so desperate to sell, all right, remember, prior to bullish signal above the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, prior to bearish signal below, all right? So that's the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. I'm now on the daily chart. That's the line you see here, okay? And the price is stopped there now, okay? Now, let's zoom into it. What do I mean by zoom into it? Because we were on the yearly chart, we switch to a daily chart, we are zooming into the price, okay? To see what is happening now in this zone. If it's going to be bearish, what the price will do? The price will display lower lows, lower high. And we want to see what the price is doing. Right now, on the daily chart, we see that the price was in this rising channel all the way here. And then it came out. Now it's going like a crab, kasha combo. Do you like American food? Kasha combo, all right? Going like a crab on siding, okay? Horizontal channel, you see here? So we have an horizontal channel here. That's what I say to you. If you want to be bullish, we want it to go above the 50% Fibonacci retracement level and to pull back and validate that resistance level as a support level and start displaying high lows, high on our entry time frame. Now, the way things stand now, yes, we can look for opportunity to sell on the edge here because we are on the top of the horizontal channel because we are not violating the market pattern at this point in time, but we must receive a sell signal before we can do that. Sometimes, as I explained to trader, I will be recording another video when I will show trader how one can go and sell without waiting. There is a time when we can go and sell without waiting if the fundamentals, okay, are bearish, all right? And, okay, the market sentiment also is bearish, okay? Everybody's waiting to sell, okay? The general consensus is that people want to sell and the price is at a resistance zone. All right, and the fundamentals are poor. We know that in the long term, there's no future for this stock, as we see for Nokia, some of the company that were struggling under pressure. People will sell a resistance zone without waiting. They use tools like options to remain in the market without being taken out. I'll be recording another video about that when we can go and sell. But as a trader, the traders are profiting from the market, the fluctuation that are taking place in the market. Price goes out, trader want to buy, price goes down, trader want to sell. But there is another group of traders that don't want to sell and forget or buy and forget. These are long-term investors. So we have the short-term market participant, the medium-term market participant, and the long-term market participant, okay? So this is the exercise we are doing here to explain to you how we can use the Pitchfork tool like the real investor or like the real professional traders. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't seen now, okay? So on a daily chart, okay, we see there's a resistance here, price change direction here, around the 50% zone. The price retesting that level again, all right? We will prefer it, okay, so if you receive a sell signal in this zone, we will be happy to take it because we are on the top of this small horizontal channel, okay? But there is another bigger channels or bigger horizontal channel. So from the red line to this level here, we can also draw the median line of that horizontal channel. The market pattern will allow us to make excellent decisions. So, for instance, if you receive a sell signal here, a price going down, some people took profit here, okay, be ready to take some profit, or manage the trade, move your stop loss to break even, and if you come near the median line, then take profit. If the price goes above the 50%, you can come out and wait again, or cut it, go, come back again. Sometimes the price will go back above the level. As you can see, sometimes you go above, you see here, it went up, only to come down, okay? Pay attention also to the candlestick bar. These will give you excellent information. This candle now is quite bullish. We will see on Monday, okay, or the following week. The next thing I need to say to traders, all right, as the year is about to close, all right? All right, we are in November 2014. In 1 month, 2014 is closed, yes or no? The attention is what? Is on the yearly chart. Trader will draw the high, the current low, and the current median line, and will monitor what's happening, and also the previous year key levels. All right? These are the levels that professionals are watching because a yearly candle is about to close. They are watching the yearly candlestick bar. It makes sense? It is also powerful. This is about how to trade Andrew's Pitchfork tools tips. In this video, we had shown traders how one can draw the Pitchfork tool, 3 points we need to use. If the price going up, the first move, we put a point at the low, another point at the end of the impulsive move. We wait for a pullback. At the end of the pullback, we put the third point, and then we pull out our Pitchfork tool, and then we draw our Pitchfork tool as I show you in this video. We should not forget to draw the median line of the channels of the Pitchfork tool. The Pitchfork tool is a bigger channel. You see here, from here to here, we have a bigger channel, and the middle line is the median line of that channel. So it's a median line. This line here is the median line of the Pitchfork tool. But that median line is dividing the bigger channel into 2 smaller channels. We don't want to forget the median line of the smaller channel also. When we are using the Pitchfork tool, we should not forget the normal resistance price level, like horizontal price level, resistance, support level, and the trend line. Okay, we want to pay attention to the price chart. If you are trading, we must always adhere to the trading drill. Find a value setup, go to the signal time frame and the low risk entry point. For TSCW24 trader, we are looking for a setup, and then we go to the first best time frame. All right, so this is how we trade. But when we are using a Pitchfork tool, we are performing what we call a technical analysis. But in order to make a real-time profitable trade in the market, all right, it makes sense to check the fundamentals. We will go to Google Finance. We will perform Google Asset test by comparing the current liability to the current assets. All right. We want to verify whether the company have enough liquidity to pay their short-term liability. This is just a quick due diligence that we will perform. Now, there are more verification that we can do. We will also check the economy news to see the current news that are affecting the stock, because the investor, the hedge fund, the bank that are trading these stocks are paying attention to the economy news, and they make decisions accordingly. And the market hates uncertainty or doubts, all right? It makes sense? So by combining the technical analysis and fundamentals, we can use the Pitchfork tool like a professional traders. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of this video. I hope you have learned something from it, okay? And we put it to use to make excellent trading and investment decisions. Until the next time, enjoy yourself and be very happy. We are the TSTW SYS 008 traders. Speak to you soon.